Alright, here's the game plan. I'm gonna do pace for a second or two while I explain the basics of the weapon and do one horde all melee. And then I'm going to go ahead and fail out of this game and transition to running a garden with Beam doing most of the work. And then I'll conclude by giving my thoughts on the balance of the weapon, maybe the design decisions, and where it could go. So, the light attack is pretty fast. It's got a 4-hit combo. It only hits single target. Shit. Okay. It only hits single target. 3 body, 9 headshot. No, 6 headshot, so 2x multiplier. And the final one has 6 body with a 3x multiplier. So that's the 4th shot is considerably better than the rest. It's got like lol bad push, and only one. It costs the full normal amount per push, so it doesn't have like dual daggers push stuff. Armor, 3 damage light attacks to the head, 0 body.
I want to melt those barrels to
Except for again.
Fire burns gas. Poison rat. That's a gas rat. Run! That thing's gonna blow.
Alright, killed that. Normally I'd keep that alive, so that could do all the work for us. But let's see if we can corner up. So the charge attack, first one seems to have infinite targets. Got an okay dot. But the follow-up attack has no AoE. So you kind of have to do this kind of janky, and maybe you can do this. But since there's no control on the push, and the mobility is just normal one-handed sword level, doing what I'm doing right now versus mixed armor is not really an option. Obviously, this is like a bad one-handed sword right now, right? And everyone knows one-handed sword is OP. Oop. If there was armor in there, we couldn't have done that at all. And since this weapon has like a very low push, and its charge attack actually doesn't really do armor DPS, the only way it does armor DPS is if it can get in its face and do light attack spam, but you can't really do that if there's other stuff around. So it doesn't actually have the ability to assassinate armor or deal with armor in mix with other things. I'm kind of feeling this run. I don't really want to end it. Well, let me show you how difficult the first event is going to be. So I did 16 damage to that storm vermin. Oh, okay. Or I'll just headshot it. I was about to say it's going to be tough to finish it off even from there. Or I'll just proc ahead KB and that'll be that.
Burning in the night. Oh, sorry. Lost in thought.
Obviously, I did not mean to be here.
Look out, assassin! Shoot me! My wounds run deep.
Okay, obviously this was not a melee solution, this was a beam solution. But I was scared of the assassin. So against hordes, you kind of have to play it like a bad one-handed sword.
Assassin rat! Oh, you cursed assassins! Another sneak rat dead!
That's an insta-pounce thing. Alright, well, let's just see what this event looks like. Try not to use beam for the rest of it. Shit, missed my dash check. Fuck.
A
Shit.
storm vermin.
That's not good.
I don't
No,
feel
we're not gonna make
good.
it.
Chucking some. Enjoy.
Had no choice with the bomb or beam spare. I didn't have the control or the DPS to keep up. Shit. Come on. The dodge isn't quite enough. Like, if it had like dual dagger level dodge, I could play just single target. If it had one-handed axe level DPS, I could get away with this.
Black rat. Will burn.
So obviously, beam and bomb carried us there.
I need a locating head.
I feel like, did that just pen through him? Whoa! Okay, watch. It's like shield blow. It's like a shield blow. It doesn't actually penetrate targets.
Healing draft if
Whoa.
needed.
Okay, that is one thing I have not noticed. So the garden run that I'm about to push to, I did this after that garden run. Right now is after it, so I didn't realize this, but the charge attack penetrates
Where's the
everything.
company?
It's like a shield blow. So even if there are storm vermin, it ignores it. So if this weapon had some significant control that went along in the push slot, it would actually kind of be a
When they
better
come,
flame sword,
leave some for me.
which is weird. Screw it. Maybe we'll finish this run too. We'll just post them both in one big mess. Okay. Maybe we'll get a little more aggressive with... Nah.
58 wins. Strangler. The hook rat got what he deserved.
Yeah, I thought so.
See
Double.
there, hook rat. Ignoring my bones. We got a hook rat.
Okay.
Potion here.
That is very interesting. Not something I expected. Good chance it's from behind.
Over there, backstab. She's hurt. Too much.
No big deal.
They're around here.
See if we can make it to the next
smell
event
them.
with only one horde.
That hurt, but you'll have more.
So the charge attack is strange. Okay, I understand this weapon now. So the intent is for us to spam charge attack for the CC, and then follow up with left click spam and repeat. I still think it's going to need either some better push control or better mobility. I think mobility would be amazing, just like the actual dagger. I'd like to know if this weapon actually will work with Poison Flask.
This isn't going well.
Yeah. So in my thoughts at the end, I'd like to amend them. The combo needs to be a little better. No. No, fuck. Okay, whatever. I don't know why I didn't get that dodge off, but I didn't. So we learned something. I'm going to switch to the garden run now.
We must purge this garden. violently.
So we have no control, basically. Low multi-target DPS. Okay, single target
Found
DPS
ammunition
on
for you
armor
lot.
and on normal rats.
Let's try a crit.
And
that's
pretty
part of the
decent
bounty.
single target damage on resistant in our melee slot. So we have a lot to compensate for with our range option.
That mausoleum with the green glow is probably where to go.
What?
Over here.
What am I doing? So I didn't bring Hawkeye, but I didn't mean to not headshot.
Please consume me! Ah! Oh, the fire's turned against me!
You basically have to play hordes like you're all range, because your melee is not going to contribute much.
All you cursed assassins! Over there, backstabber! One less assassin to worry about. Look,
Fuck off.
blessings of Shalia! There, black rat!
Did I really miss? Ah, probably for the best. Alright,
Follow me! This way!
yeah, see, 10.5, that's pretty nutty. What am I doing? I think I have to aim slightly higher.
When they come, leave some for me.
Another horde, huh?
Assassin!
Fuck. I saw the ogre, or
The winds turn against me!
he died for no reason. Which I'll take.
A healing draft, right here! Jesus! Too much! Too much magic! This way!
Okay, well, that
Healing
could have been not
stuff.
not quite that sloppy, but it was a mistake. I wanted to get the increased DPS on the beam by forcing high concentration.
Please consume me! Ah!
Really.
Ow!
Come on.
And ouch! Bottoms up. Get rat throwing. Fire burns gas. Gas rat! Over there! Grenadier! One less gas rat! We need to stop them! It's going to blow! Out of the way!
Okay, well, let's fully exploit the beam fix here.
Move! This way! Over there, backstab! He's got the assassin! She's cursed! Too much!
Alright, well, let's pull these.
The winds turn against me. Fires turn against me. She's cursed too much. Oh, they're here, all right. Probably watching us. We've got rats in the maze. Time to cleanse it. Oh, fire's turn against me.
So if this had daggers, like mobility, and half-cost pushes, even with this damage profile, I'd be very happy with them as an option. Maybe with a slight buff to the charge attack.
Weird stone
I'd
operators.
really be happy with them. What am I doing?
Got me good there.
I have much less practice with beam than I do with other single target weapons.
Just look
Whoa.
at this detestable green ooze. I think we're on
What
the
am I
right
doing?
path.
Focus. 1, 2, 3.
Move this way.
This could be anywhere. Gunner right.
I want to melt those barrels to a puddle. Gunner dead.
Fortunate.
Look out, assassin! This way!
This is really unfortunate.
Follow me! This way! Assassin rat!
Please.
More of these sick stains. We might just follow. Assassin rat!
Okay, we did that to bait. Because I didn't want the horde and that.
By the patriarch, I'm suffering. Over there! Bombardier!
I feel like there's a lot of move slowed while you're pushing too. I don't know what's wrong with it, but something's wrong with it.
The winds turn against me!
Whoa, whoa.
My wounds run deep.
Okay, no.
Hurt. You'll hurt more.
Not the time to experiment, I guess.
Cheers!
Come on. That was an awful hit to take there. Utterly unnecessary.
Hurry! This way! Potion here!
Heal? Really? Very
Find a
uncommon.
potion! Keep back! Gas rat! Run! That thing's gonna blow! Oh,
What?
I felt better.
I really thought I hit him. I need to use the charge attack to initiate more, I think. Wait, he's not dead.
See there, hook rat. You got the hook rat! Nice! These stairs go up.
Okay.
Bomb here. Look, ammunition.
Oh, let's go over here. I'm not even trying to headshot in those situations anymore when I'm trying to run by him. It's been too
Medical
inconsistent.
supplies. Time to heal.
Whoa!
Assassin. Please consume me. Ah!
Damn it! That's what I get for being clever.
Ammunition here.
I think he can come behind us. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Backstabber. I'm gonna jaw that hook rat. We got the hook rat.
Alright, well, we'll pull these guys here. Damn it.
Pain won't stop me. Down the crypt, eh?
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Did they come from here? Doesn't look like it.
These hurt too much. Harness is blown. Get out of there.
Really? Come on.
This must be a dead end. Oh, they'll burn. They'll burn.
I had a tough time getting enough DPS on target.
Ah, potion.
I don't know where to stand. Maybe here? There he is. Okay, we want him to bait in now. I should come closer. Shit. Let him get away. What?
Found another bomb. Bomb.
Shit.
That's a gas rat. Over there, backstabber. Assassin rat. Gods know what found stuffed in there. Another sneak rat dead. Down the hatch. Globes incoming. Look out, gas. This way. Fire burns gas. Get clear.
Got 3 bombs. Let's just do it the old-fashioned way, you know? What? Oh, come on. Jesus.
Get out of its firing line! You're gonna want me dead!
Oh,
Oh, that gun won't shoot again.
if you want more procs, just go for the body.
Where are those furry bastards?
I wonder what percent regrowth this has on normal. Still probably not good enough.
Arrows, black powder, it's all here! Potion! Through this door.
Gonna get a lot of hards because I'm going so damn slow.
Potion!
Ooh, and a Packmaster.
Some kind of vile.
I have no idea where to
skaven
stand.
Stain. Let's
Going
see where they
backwards.
There!
This
one
might be a
of the
huge
stranglers.
mistake.
Fire
Oh yeah, big
them
mistake.
against me! By the 8 wings! Strangler!
I really don't know where to go. I just feel so weak, so I have to like play more defensive in places I never play defensive.
Oh! It's too much magic! These tracks are putrid. And Rollins the cleansing flame. Found some ammunition. Look! Ammunition! They're gnawing
me.
my bones!
Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Shelley's gifts here! Down the hatch! This way. If it's only the rat men, I'm in no mood for crypt ghouls. Black rat's over here!
Oh, that's convenient. Yeah, fuck.
A warrior rat!
Low, not dead. Whoa, whoa. Fucked up my quick switch. Took a lot of damage.
They're throwing poison! We have to traipse through that! Down this way! Cheers!
Wow, one little mistake, man. Fudge.
Gas rat! Gas rat's dead. Another big brute! Flames consume me! Ah! Quickly now! Down here!
Well, it definitely has some pretty high resistant damage, and it's pretty high skill cap. I don't know exactly what this weapon needs. It needs more of the same.
Pain won't stop me. Think it's behind that door? I hope.
We'll just chill here for a second. I think it's there. I think it's there.
We can climb this stair. Hook rat. Hook rat got what he deserved?
Couldn't quite localize the noise, but I was almost certain, based on previous experience.
Destroy the plague cauldron. It's the only way. Good job killing that poisons rat.
One heal. Two
Ah,
heals.
medical supplies.
Oh my god.
Break
Some
the
bad
chains.
aim.
Do it.
I think I want to be here. I really hope a second charge attack gets higher armor our normal DPS, so we have a chance of killing event things in a reasonable period of time.
The wind's turn against me. Pain. Too much magic.
Nothing, I think.
Potion.
Okay, it's not bad.
That's two down.
I think we'll go down.
Fire's turn against me. Storm vermin.
No reason to fuck around with daggers. Beyond using it as a decent fertility tool and pace tool. It feels like it needs a little bit more push control and better mobility.
To the shadows. If
And
you
the
see
charge
beady
attack
eyes in
probably
them,
needs something,
just
but I don't
fire.
know. I'd have to think more. I want to be far away from the Packmaster when he drops. Oh,
Look out! A strangler. Hook rats are about again.
not ideal, but we'll take it.
Bite Volans, get back!
We'll move.
Look out! A strangler! That's a gas rat! Hook rats are about again! Over there! Strangler! Rogues incoming!
Okay, we're good. We could have taken that more aggressively, but why?
Healing!
You know,
stuff.
I knew I had the extra heal. I knew I had the gas to help me clear. And I knew I had a tight path. Like, why would I not do that?
That's a gas rat!
So this event gets a little glitched. This is not even close to AI overwhelm. It's why it's so easy. It's been this way forever, basically, as far as I know.
Come on, Skaven. I miss the stench of burning fur.
Alright, 6 plan ad. We'll start this. Double blacks. Ooh. I'm not going to worry about trying to DPS down these cover until everything else is dead. No reason to, you know? With no real control tool that would cut through the Storm Vermin and the ads, it's just dangerous to expose yourself to trying to control both at the same time. So it's much better to just give ground if you can. Like, that's nice. That's pretty nice. That single target right there. I think the best attack being locked in the 4th slot stinks. Because it's very hard to get to 4 attacks when you have no control.
Chucking bomb! Enjoy!
Might as well.
Storm vermin! The winds turn against me!
Alright, let's get out of the range.
Gun! She's cursed!
Really?
Let's kill on the rattling!
Burn this down. They're gonna come from both sides.
Hey! Too much magic! Over there! Bombardier! Fight violence! Get back! Keep back! Gas rat!
Okay, well.
Flames consume me! Ah! They're throwing poison! Skaven gunner! We need to flank that thing. The gunner's dead. Move this way.
Whoa!
Hurry this way.
Wait, so if I initiate with this,
I'm lost. Black rat will burn. Fire's turn against me. Crap. Where's my company?
I feel like Mace would have been a lot better there.
The next rat that shows its
But part of it's lack of experience, so it's kind of hard to tell. Packmaster.
Wins. Strangler. Strangler's dead.
I trust you did right. Let's go.
All right. So let's get back to the town, and we'll talk what the weapon feels like, etc. Now that I've had a chance to play. Oh. My first impression, weak. Weak. Really weak. I played the charged attack variety. I did a couple runs on smugglers to get a feel for it, and it's like a bad flame sword charged attack. DPS low, control low, have to wait for the dots to kill everything, and even worse, you have to cancel every time. So let me show you what that's like. The single target DPS, we can get better, but it's going to take a lot of practice. The dodge, one-handed sword level. The push, the worst in the game, first level in the game. I bet you it's tied with some. Alright, so let's talk about the weapon. So I feel it's in a very weak state right now, and it's not quite sure what it wants to do. It has 3 different weapons that it's somewhat close to. It's got the dual daggers, it's got the one-handed axe, and it's got the flame sword. Flame sword, long sword, they're already covered, right? We already have mid-control, mid-DPS, pretty solid AoE, pretty blah one-target weapons for Wizard with moderately high mobility. That's already done. So any design decisions that take us closer to Flame Sword and One-Handed Sword, in my opinion, are a huge mistake. We're already there. Just make Flame Sword better. Just buff Flame Sword. If that's all you wanted to do is make a better Flame Sword, just buff Flame Sword. So enough on that. This weapon has to be single target focused. To be single target focused, we have 2 weapons that kind of work. One-Handed Axe. The thing about One-Handed Axe is it one-shots slave rats, even on kata, with no effort, right? It's got the same mobility profile as the current one dagger, and it just annihilates armor without even trying. So it's got much, much better single target DPS than the current dagger. Dual daggers, even though their single target DPS is just about to get a buff, it's still pretty piddling, right? And it still takes a lot of focus to try to get headshots and do DPS during hordes. What does it have? It has elf mobility, incredible mobility, and it's got half-cost pushes, right? So it brings like a linebacker control style option to augment the fact that it's really bad against hordes. I feel like we've got 2 choices, maybe 3. 1, you move towards Axe. Don't mess with its mobility, but make it single target much more effective against everything except for resistant. It's good against resistant already. Or we go this way. We increase mobility, we increase control of the push, and we keep one-handed target. Maybe one target damage gets a slight buff, but it's still reliant on headshots. The thing is, since this DPS is reliant on headshots for the dual daggers, even if it gets buffed, it's still going to be impossible to maintain that high hypothetical DPS. So I really think that moving in this direction towards dual daggers would make one dagger a pretty interesting weapon, because it would go along with all of Wizard's fantastic AoE range options. It's a really obvious move to have a high single target, mobile and somewhat control heavy weapon like dual dagger type weapon for Wizard. The third choice, again, making this so this attack and maybe the follow-up attack becomes like Flame Sword, is not a choice. The third choice to me, though, is to clean up this attack, make it much faster, make the control better, make it more horizontal, and make it chain to attack. So attack 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it so this move is faster, and it chains to 3, 4. So that you, against hordes, you have a combo. Just like with longsword, a lot of players will do the following combo. Control, DPS. Heavy attack, light attack. Control, DPS. Maybe leave this weapon, everything roughly the same, but make this go control, 3rd attack, 4th attack. Stab, right to left. Which would give us a pretty fluid control into damage option. I don't know. It's still pretty close to the Flamesword Longsword trio, where now we're going to have 3 weapons that are all within roughly the same spectrum. But it would make the weapon a lot more noob-friendly. It would make it a lot more flexible for players who don't, are not going to be able to play mobility with ranged weapon. Let me, before I finish up, talk about Beam Staff fix. So Prop Joe built this. The reason that run was possible to go so well, and I could funnel things like this and kill them here. Normally, if you're funneling things, you only can beam staff around corner. And the reason for that is a very, very old bug where beam staff does not prioritize near targets. Prop Joe made a fix for it. We haven't gone public yet because it's a huge buff to beam staff. I sent it to Fat Shark. They've looked at it. Hopefully they implement. It would make a big difference. So I'm going to cut it here. Let me know if you guys have any question. Happy Turkey Day. Later, guys.